Welcome to paradise. Good morning. It's the last day of July, Sunday, July 31st, and Tuesday I'm heading west about 3 hours to central Washington to a lake called Banks Lake. This is going to be my second Washington video. So I got to thinking, these last two videos, these last two lakes I've done, Lake Coeur d'Alene, I didn't even post a video for 2 days of fishing. I didn't have enough to do. And this last one, you know, a handful of small keepers was really it. On this Banks Lake, I'm going to approach it more like a largemouth lake. I was looking at the map. I'll show you the map. I'm going to treat this, I'm going to be going mostly largemouth fishing, and that doesn't mean I won't catch smallmouth too, because these lakes up here are predominantly smallmouth. But I'm changing a few things because I'm going to be fishing a lot of shallow, weedy bays. So I'm going to put the spinnerbait back on, you know, lures that you use around thick cover. Is kind of how I'm going to do this. I'll show you what my plan is here. Let's go take a look at the map. Okay, so this is the very bottom of Banks Lake. This is the dam. There's a launch ramp right over here. The highway that takes me there pretty much takes me into this town where this ramp is. So I'm going to launch here Tuesday morning, and it's 2 miles from this ramp to these little islands here. I'm going to fish this area down here. There's a lot of islands and a lot of humps. So for the first, let's say a couple hours, I'll probably be down in there. I'm not targeting any specific, you know, largemouth or smallmouth. I'm just going to be looking for fish. Probably the top water bait to just cover a lot of water and try to find some aggressive fish. You know, if I find a bunch of fish down there, then I'll just stay. But if we're striking out, I'll put the boat back on the trailer, and then there's a highway right up in here, Highway 155, and that runs all the way along. This lake is, the bottom part of this lake is skinny. I'd say the bottom, actually the bottom like 2/3, it's narrow. And when you get up here, this is the continuation of the lake here. Okay, then you get up into this part. This is where I'm going to be targeting largemouth. I'm going to launch right here, and I'm going to run, there's this big rock, it's called Steamboat Rock. I'm going to run around the rock. I'm going to come down, and I'm going to start here. So this will be the first cove that I fish. Come out of here, go back up around the rock, and then this is called the Devil's Punch Bowl. Looks like probably from tip to tip, from here to here, looks like a couple of miles. So it's almost its own little lake in here. I'm going to come in there, and I don't know how much time I'm going to spend in there. I'm assuming I'm going to be in there a while, because there's just a lot of water to cover, but it's got a lot of shallow and weeds, supposedly. Then out of here to here, all these coves, or they call them bays, I call them coves. Here's, let me get this like that. So there's another one, and then, I mean, I don't know how much time this is all going to take, but this is my plan as I move up. Come up here and fish another bay. This is the highway that goes over the lake. I don't know if you can get in here or not. And then I was looking at Google Earth, actually it was Google Maps, to see, you know, how to get to this lake. And I noticed the Columbia River is right up here, right above the end of this lake. This is the North Dam here, and it looks like it's a ditch. It almost looks man-made on Google Earth, from the Columbia River down, and it comes in about right here, and I think that's what fills this lake. So the last thing I would do is I'd come and fish this where the water comes in. It's deep water over to a shallow kind of bay. So I don't know how long all this is going to take, so I'm going to play it by ear. Day 2 is going to depend on day 1. So, you know, if I'm catching a lot of fish, let's say I'm catching a lot in the Devil's Punch Bowl, I'll stay in there. I might stay in there almost all day, or down in the southern part where I was gonna, you know, first launch here. It's just all gonna depend. But I'm focusing on more shallow stuff, rather than looking for schoolers, deep smallies, you know, school of smallies, chasing bait and all that. So I'll be targeting largemouth more than smallmouth. So that's the plan. And I'm going to go down Tuesday morning. I'll be launching over here. You know, probably get in there about 9:30, maybe 10 on Tuesday, and we'll start in here. Okay, it's let's see, it's Tuesday morning, 9:30. I am on Banks Lake. I launched at the very southern tip of it. That's Goose Island behind me. I don't have a lot of confidence in this part of the lake. My run was 2 miles from the ramp to here. I was watching the graph all the way. A lot of depth changes. I didn't see anything. So, but I'm gonna fish around the island. I'm gonna go, it's not very big. I don't know if you can tell. It's fairly small. It looks like another portion over there. But anyway, I'm gonna fish around it. I'm gonna throw the top water, try to get some reaction. And then if I don't get anything, I'm gonna head back, and on my way back there was one more island. I'll try that, and then I'm gonna run up. I'm gonna put the boat on the trailer. But let's see if there's anything here first. Coco, start recording. I got a bite on the top water. Bite on the top water. I was about to give up on this. Oh, he came off. Jeez. Darn it. Well, I know there's fish here. I started on that end of the island. I came all the way down here. I mean, I saw nothing. And this island, it's like rock, comes all the way out. And but I noticed it kind of tapers out here. I got a bite out here, so I'm gonna work this hard. Darn, it looked like it might have been a decent fish. I don't know if it was a smallmouth. They got all kinds of weird fish in here, but all right, let's keep going. So I just had one follow me. You know, it looked to be too dark to be a smallmouth. I mean, it almost looked black. I mean, it could be just a really dark smallmouth, but I doubt it's a carp. There's a lot of carp in here, but I don't think a carp would follow my topwater. It was a nice fish. Whatever it was it's over 3. So, and it's the same. What it is it's another island like that, but it doesn't come all the way out of the water. It stops. You can kind of see it. I'm guessing it's a foot or 2 at the top. So I got to give this a little bit of time. I threw the Senko in there to try to get him to bite, but he didn't bite it. So when I first started bass fishing, I told the story in my first video about Aaron Martens kind of got me into drop shotting, and I started catching a lot of fish, and that's what kind of got me, you know, fueled the fire. This crankbait, this exact crankbait, not one like it, this exact crankbait. I started throwing crankbaits about over 20 years ago, and this became my confidence bait on Lake Paris in the shallows. I think it dives about 4 feet. And I've had it in my tackle box. I've never used it in Idaho. I decided to tie it on because if I run up, I'm probably going to run up to the other end of this lake where it's more largemouth. I can throw this around the weeds, the edge of the weeds, and it worked great at Lake Perry. Anyway, I'm gonna this area right here, I'm gonna fish it. I'm gonna throw it out there and reel it down. This rod and reel that I'm using, I don't think I've ever used it. I don't even know where it came from. I had it, was just laying around, and I thought, well, because I like to throw this on a spinning rod and reel. I just saw one of the fish that's here. They're not bass. You know, I've never heard of this fish. It's B-U-R-B-O-T, burbot. The map says they're in here. I saw a picture of one. You know, I looked on the internet to see what they looked like. They're ugly. They look like prehistoric. And they're in here, and I think that's what I just saw. So I'm gonna make another pass through, and then I'm gonna trailer the boat and head north, because I mean, the one that hit this topwater, he was it would have been a nice fight. He was pretty solid fish, but boy, they're ugly, and I'm not really fishing for them. But so anyway, I'll make one more pass down through here and probably head back. There's no way you're going to be able to see. There it is. See that? I don't know if you can see that. Whatever they are, they're these big blackish colored things. I saw a couple of carp, so it might be a combination. It might be carp and, well, see, he came after it. Look at the size of him. He went right to my bait. I mean, that would be fun to catch one of those, because he's over 5 pounds, easy. And I'd like to see what they are. Let me know if any of you have ever caught a carp on a topwater bait. Let me know, because I didn't think that was possible. And I don't think that one I had on was a carp. I'm thinking it's whatever this other fish is here. Okay, well, I burned an hour around this Goose Island. I know there were carp, and there was something else I saw that didn't look like a bass. Maybe a walleye, but I don't think walleye are that black. I wish I would have caught that one on the topwater. He hit it hard, but I don't know. I lose a lot of topwater fish. I think because I make long casts and I usually get hit right on the end of the cast. But anyway, I'm gonna go the 2 miles back to the ramp. I'm gonna put the boat on the trailer. I'm driving about 20 miles north and relaunching, and I'll see you then. Okay, well, when I left the southern half of the lake, it was 10:30. It is now almost noon. I won't get into all the details, but I'm here. I'm going to show you on the GoPro camera, Steamboat Rock, I think is what they call it. GoPro, start recording. Steamboat Rock. This is a big lake. The parking lot, there was one boat, one trailer in the parking lot over there. This one's almost full. Now, I don't know where everybody is because they're not here. I mean, listen. Quiet. There's another boat here. Anyway, this is, if you remember on the map, I said I was going to launch and go around Steamboat Rock and fish this first cove, which is this. What I'm going to do is I'm going to hit this point, and I'm going to hit this island real quick, and then I'm going to motor into the cove, and I'm going to use my graph to kind of, I'm not going to fish the whole cove. It'll take all day. So I'm going to try to find areas that look promising and fish those. The water is green. I don't know if that's good or bad. It's not an algae bloom, like, you know, it's not, well, maybe it is an algae bloom, but it's green. Anyway, let's get started. I got one and I don't have my GoPro camera on. So it's on the topwater lure. I haven't seen him yet. Oh, did he come off? I think he came off. He did, he came off. Jeez. Man, that's frustrating. GoPro, start recording. Got another one on the top. Another one on the top water, and it is a giant. It is a giant. I hope it's a bass, but I don't think it is. I think we're gonna find out what lives in this lake if I can get him in the dang boat. Come on, buddy. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Oh man, there he is. What is that? It's not a bass. Oh, it is, it's a smallmouth. Jeez, I got one. Come on, John, pull your head out of here. Come here. Come here, buddy. Oh, I snagged him. See that? Let me show you something. He didn't even eat it. Look where I got him. In the belly. Look at that. Oh, man. It's a bad place for a hook. Let me get the hook out of him. He might be the only one. Let's hold him up. Let's get a weight on him. Jeez, man. Woo! The way he hit, I thought he was 5 pounds easy. Stop, stop, stop. Oh, good, there's smallies in here. That's good. He's not that heavy. He's skinny, actually. But, oh, I got a fish. It's 115. 2 pounds, 1 ounce. So that other one, I'm sure that other one must have been a bass too. That's 2. I got all the way to the corner to go, and I started kind of in the middle, so I got a ways to go there. So let's see what happens. That was 2 pounds. You know, I sounded like Iconelli on that last one. I said he was a giant. I think what happened is because I snagged him. You know, when you snag them, they got more power when they're trying to swim away. He was stripping line, and it was because he was snagged. He didn't have it in the mouth. I thought he was going to be, 5 pounds. But that was my Iconelli impression. So I did from where the brush is all the way to here. It got real shallow. I had one more hit my bait right in this area, but I didn't get a hook in him. I'm going to come back through with the spinner bait, get back down to him, a little deeper. And when I get up there, I'm going to go on the other. Well, I'll probably go, fish around the brush, and then that bank over there, because it looks like it's about the same as this. I think the key is the weeds. They're creating this almost like a channel in here. It's rock, a lot of big rocks down there, and then you got the weeds that come right up to it when they meet. I've had, you figure, I did a lot of driving and I made a wrong turn and all that stuff, but since I've been fishing, actual fishing, all my bites were right here, all my good fish. I had another good one on. Now I'm thinking it was a smallie. I was thinking it was one of those other fish, but so I've had got one in the boat, and I've had let's see, 1, 2. I've had 3 more hits on that topwater. The one I had hooked came off, and the other 2 I never got a hook in. So I'll come back through here and see if I can pick some off. Okay, I'm in that Devil's Punch Bowl. This would be the far north end of it.
fish a little. The wind's blowing hard, so you know, we've been under a heat wave for like a whole week. I think today's the official end of it. Not that it's cold, but when the wind blows like this, that usually means that high pressure is moving out of the way. So the topwater bait's got to be put away. I'm going to throw the spinner bait, and well, I'm going to throw the spinner bait mostly. I'll pick up other baits, but the highway is over here in the rocks. I'm going to look for that same deal with the weeds coming over near the rocks. But this here is the best looking water I've seen in terms of, you know, it's not too shallow. It's got weeds. So I'm going to explore back this part of the Devil's Punch Bowl. I'm probably going to fish the Devil's Punch Bowl till it's 2:30. 4 hours, probably fish till about 6:30. I'm going to try to fish the whole thing today. It's pretty big, but you know, I got tomorrow to fish, and I want to try to establish that I can either do something in here or I can't. So I'm going to start on this end and just work my way around. Okay, if you can hear me, this end of the lake is a little too rough to fish. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to run all the way to the other end of the Devil's Punch Bowl. I'm assuming the waves won't be as big because they start on that end and they end over here. I like to fish this, but I just don't want to fight it. So I'm going to go down there and work my way this way. Maybe it'll calm down a little by the time I get down here. Okay, I'm on the other end of the Devil's Punch Bowl. I think I'm going to go in there just for the hell of it and see what's in there. It's I think I can get under there. Yeah, I can. Let's just go see what's over there. So this is the other side of the road. It goes all the way down there and it goes over here. I'm gonna fish it a little bit. Maybe they come in here and trap bait. I got one on the topwater in here. I decided, you know, it's rough, but I decided I could throw that topwater. See if I can get them in the boat. I think I'll flip him because he's not that big. Hi, buddy. You gonna keep? Oh, 1 pounder maybe. The way it's going, I gotta get every one. So let's just check. Stop. Oh, it's close. Yeah, no, he's 12. Okay, good. At least I get to weigh a fish. I don't even think he's a pound, but that's all right. I gotta try to get a limit today. I was gonna try to make 2 videos out of this trip, and you know, obviously I can't make a video on 1 fish, so oh, it was working every time till now. 15 ounces, not even a pound. It's all right though. I went that way. That's too shallow. I turned around this way. It's got more depth here. Second cast I caught him, so I got to go all the way in there. Well, I may not go all the way. I may just go up to that where the brush is. I think it gets shallow. All right, I'm gonna write that one down. I didn't set the camera up. Let's see, 15 ounce. I'll go ahead and set the big camera up because I'm gonna stay in here for a little bit. not even eating. They're just smacking at it. Oh. I'll get the GoPro camera on. Hope you can hear me. It's really windy. £1 6 ounces. Hold on a minute. Okay. I was beating the hell out of my trolling motor. That's £1 6 ounces. That's 3 keepers. I'm gonna go ahead and turn my get my GoPro camera back on. I'm just gonna be running right along the highway here, throwing the spinner bait, and right close to the bank. So what I'm doing, I didn't have my GoPro camera on when I caught that last one. The weeds, you can see the weeds, they're thick. I'm like right on the edge, and then the rocks are here. So, and it's deep, it's 10, 11 feet right here. So I'm just running the spinner bait between the weeds and the rocks, and you know, the spinner bait seems to be the most efficient way to fish in wind like this with a lot of weeds. It comes through the weeds. I might throw that crankbait maybe on the way back down here. I might turn around and throw it. Another one. Oh, he's got friends. Oh, it's a largemouth. I got a largemouth. Oh, come here, buddy. Oh, I love catching largemouth. Come here. Come here. How you doing? Oh, he's a good one. Come here. That's a good fish. You know what? He had a... Oh, hang on there, buddy. He had a... he had another one with him. That's a nice fish. 2.5 maybe? Find out. How you doing, pal? Glad to see you. That's always a treat to catch a largemouth up here. £2, 2 ounces. Okay, that's 4. Well, we're gonna get a limit today. GoPro, stop recording. We're gonna get a limit today because I've only gone, what is that, 50 feet? I've caught 2. He had one with him, so there's 3, and I mean I got a long way to go. Now this might be the best part because there's that bridge right here, and it's probably some sort of current thing, but I feel good about a limit today, which means if I catch a limit today, I'm gonna make 2 videos because I'll be pretty confident that I'll be able to catch a limit tomorrow with all the water I haven't fished. So that was my goal, you know, when I fish 2 days, I don't want 2 days to be 1 video, I want it to be 2. one hit as soon as the spinnerbait hit the water. Oh my God. Now he's my 5th keeper for sure. I don't know how big he is, but he's pulling. Come here. Come here. Come here. Oh, should I flip him? That's that $1 Walmart spinnerbait. Nah, I don't want to flip him. Come here. Come here. I got a limit. I actually think we're going to end up catching a lot of fish today, because I think they're stacked up in here. That wind is 1 pound, 13 ounces. GoPro, stop recording. Okay, that was 113. So that's a limit. So now we got to get rid of that 15 ouncer, and we're going to do that down this stretch. I have no doubt in my mind. Okay, this is the north end of the Devil's Punch Bowl. It calmed down a little. It's still a little rough, but I'm going to work this highway bank over here. I'm trying to get rid of that 15-ounce fish. I've had 2 fish over a pound on, pound and a half maybe. They both came off. One was the largemouth. I had another largemouth. So let's run this stretch. I got another hour and a half, maybe 2 hours. We'll see. Yeah, another one of these. I don't know if I mentioned this, but I've caught, I don't know, a dozen shorts. I just wanted to show you, I caught another largemouth. He's not a keeper, but that's my 3rd largemouth that I've had on today. So they're in here. Okay, I'm done. It's 6:30. Had a small limit, 8 pounds, 5 ounces. My small one was that little 15-ounce fish, and I had 3 of them on that would have culled him. One was on top water. I never really got to see him, but he was pulling pretty good. And the other 2 came off near the boat, pound and a half probably. So 8 pounds, 5 ounces. This is going to be one video. I caught a limit, so I can turn it into one video. Coming back tomorrow, I'll do day 2. I'll probably fish all new water, further north of where I am now. But let's see, anything else? No, that's it. My big one was 2.2. I think it was that largemouth. I'm not positive. But okay, we got a limit. It's a victory. I'll see you tomorrow.